morning, good morning, good morning. Good morning, Royal Linus. How's it going? I'm not sure if I got the chat up here right or not, but if not, we will get by today. I can still see y'all over to the side. Boy, it is like on fire. Literally on fire, y'all. And there's so many things coming out about what's happening in Maui that it's kind of interesting. We're a few minutes early, but it's Friday. Thank God it's Friday. I hope everybody has some good plans for the weekend. This is kind of our kickback Friday morning live. I want to touch on a couple things. I do want to show a few things that I came across that I thought were really interesting, and many of you probably will as well. I'm I'm not sure why the chat's not coming on the screen, but I have little bumps and issues still to get out. But I wanted to show this for one. This article, which is very interesting to me, is from way back when. Let's see if we can blow it up big enough that y'all can see it. Let me see. Look at that. Isn't that interesting? Weather warfare, the next weapon. Good morning, Caitlin. How are you? I wondered where you've been. So that's really interesting to me, that these articles were written so long ago about the weather being used as a weapon. And we see, it's devastating what's happened over in Maui. Um, Now there's reports coming in that not even the water is safe to drink, and the potable water that's coming in is not good. And that's really something when you think about it, because they already have all these issues with the fire and everything that's happened, and then on top of it, you know, the water that's coming into them is not even good. And that's a scary situation. We've all talked about this could happen or that could happen, right? But then when you think about that they're actually over there living in this situation, it to me that is like really sad. They said that people are. Good morning, country prepper. They said to me that the article that I was reading was talking about the people actually getting sick from the potable water. And that, my friends, is a big concern. They said that boiling the water out is unacceptable, that it won't even work. And I was like, wow, isn't that something, to think that the water that they have is not even they're not even able to drink it because something's wrong with it. And so that's really concerning. I'm still not sure why we're not getting the chat up on the screen, but it is what it is. Putting your phone in your apron pocket, got to get garden tended. Yeah, and we all do definitely need to have our gardens. Um, that's for sure, because I think you've had a few rough weeks. I'm sorry to hear that, Caitlin. I also do want to bring attention to just kind of what's going on around the United States. This is the fire map, and I didn't really put a lot together this morning. I was just thinking about different situations that we're all facing right now, and fire is one of the biggest ones. Uh, right now, the month of August, we still have August and September that's going to be really rough, right, folks? It's going to be a really rough time. I think a lot of people aren't here this morning because we stayed up too late last night at the OTWP with the late night preppers club. That I think I finally got to sleep about 1 in the morning, but we really had a lot of fun. We had a lot of fun. Uh, Preppers are a little on the crazy side. They are. Yeah, yeah. Crime is on the big time rise, and that's all over the country. That between the fires and the crime, it is not a good situation. And I'm wondering, like, it seems like that as things escalate more and more and more, we're all seeing and feeling like this little punch, this little punch of, I don't know about y'all, but like financially, we've been getting some hits. We've been getting some hits on insurance. A lot of things are coming out about the banks, and that concerns me a lot. When people can't access their money, I think that's in the United States. That's when we're going to see people absolutely go bonkers. They're going to go crazy, right? Yeah, you missed a good one, Caitlin. You missed a good one. It started out to be a 30-minute music, and it ended up being 2 hours of fun. Good morning, Fisherman. I'm surprised you're up. We stayed up late last night partying at the OTWP, but it's always fun. I always enjoy hanging out with everybody. But I think that, as we see, like right now in the maritime, there's over 165 vessels, shipping container vessels, that are waiting down at the Panama. And if they're not able to get through, when is that going to hit us supply wise? I mean, the supply chain is already rough, right, folks? People are starting to report shortages. If any of you in the chat, are you seeing any kind of shortages right now? I would like you to bring that into the chat if you would, just so that people can see it. But I know here in Missouri, we're starting to see hit or miss things, and it does concern me because we already have hyperinflation. We have all these things coming at us, and what is going to be the end game? Is it going to be another lockdown situation? A lot of people have been talking about that they feel this winter we're going to be in a lockdown situation. I think that it was about 6 months ago that we were talking about the medical sovereignty of the United States. And I honestly think that the medical sovereignty was handed over to the WHO. And if that's the case, they will have control over everything. It's not coming out in black and white. And then we have all this things going on with number 45. I think honestly, what they're doing with 45 is they're setting him up to win again. Who doesn't want to root for the underdog? Who doesn't want to uh, cheer on the underdog, right? I mean, yeah, I think that's exactly it, Country Prepper 19. I think that we'll have climate lockdowns. Oh, because this is happening and that's happening, we have to have a lockdown. Thank you for coming in, Mia Sarav. Yes, hashtag resist, because it's happening not just in the United States, it's happening around the world. And I think the more that we see these things, we realize how badly it's affecting us. That's, you know, everything is it's all in the name of climate change. And I am like so over hearing that it's in the name of climate change. What's in the name of climate change? Oh, what is in the name of
You
climate
made
change?
my day.
I think that it's the same story just many, many years later. When we look back at history, and I will tell you this, when we look back at history, this climate change thing has been going on for decades and decades and decades. But I think that they have done exactly what they said they would do. During the Vietnam War, and I brought this up, great, great website if you've never been to it. It's called geoengineeringwatch.org, and they have a lot of interesting articles. I mean, I'm going to blow this up as far as I can. I don't know if I can slide that. Nope. If I do that, then it's out. But I want you all to see this. It is so interesting to me. I was like, this is okay. We got to go back in time to the 1960s, Vietnam, right? And here is all this information about weather manipulation. And what's really interesting to me, let me see if we can get that up bigger. Right here, maybe. Yeah, here we go. Okay. So when we look and we see that right there in black and white is one thing that's really interesting to me. It's too big. I was hoping you all could see it a little better. Is that forest fire as a military weapon? In June in 1970, there was a report that was commissioned by the department. When they did this, right, I'm going to slide it over so y'all can see it. Department of Defense was involved in this. And the interesting thing to me is it's like all the way back in 1970. It's not something new. It's the same playbook over and over and over. If you're really into looking deeper into stuff, geoengineeringwatch.org has a lot of great information. I'm actually going to pull this bigger so that y'all can see it behind me here. But when you see what it's saying right there, in 1965, the Joint Chiefs of Staff requested that the Secretary of Defense initiate research to determine the feasibility of measuring the flammability characteristics of forest and jungle growth. That is really interesting, isn't it? That all the way back then, they were already manipulating and doing this. Yeah, they have had this plan for a very, very long time. I mean, you can look back into reports that I've pulled up that are even older than this one. But these are, think about this, these are declassified material, right? You know, being prior military, these are declassified. So where are they at today? But one thing that I think is really interesting, and I'm going to blow this way up so that y'all can really see it. Look at that. Flammability so that vegetation would readily support combustion and developing measures to destroy large areas of forest or jungle growth by fire. By fire. So, I don't know how many people are in the chat right now. There's about 20 of you. How many of you in the chat right now? Good morning, RCX. How many of you in the chat really believe that what happened in Maui was targeted? Hit a one. How many of you believe it was targeted? You know, I have documentation here. Forest fire is a military weapon. The really interesting thing, coffee first, then speak. You're lurking. Okay, well, you keep on lurking. We love you. The interesting thing to me is that I am doing a special on directed energy weapons, but and I'll probably have it this weekend. The very, very interesting thing to me, though, is that as you look at this documentation, right, and I mean, I have it stacked up so deep that there is no way that somebody can tell me that when a fire starts, think about combustible items, right? Let's think about combustible items. Combustible items. What's going to burn first, Alan V? A tree or a car? A tree, right, folks? We're not, I mean, come on, we weren't born yesterday. We're not stupid. And you look at that and you think about all of this stuff. And why would trees in Maui? Oh, look at this one. Oh, yeah, look at that. Look at that. In 1968, and it goes all into detail about how they put all this money into this research, right? But it just annoys the crap out of me. Yeah, you're exactly right. And chemtrails, and oh no, those are contrails. Let's get it right. Let's no, you know they'll they'll get on to me about that. Here's another one. You know, it's not like I haven't done my due diligence to find these things. I search for stuff, and I will tell you this, folks. If we cannot see between the lines of what's happening, we are under attack. We are in World War III. However you want to look at it, we are at war. But we don't have to have boots on the ground. You know how we're at war? We are at war. We are going to implode. Our own country is going to take itself out. We have so much division, so much hate, and it just keeps getting worse and worse every day. And then you go and you want to say, okay, well, I'm going to look at media. I think that, you know, let me look at some things in a different avenue. Not being right, not being a conspiracy nut, just being down to earth. Let's look at some stuff. And when we start looking at it, it's like none of this adds up. It adds up to disruption, corruption, and greed is what it adds up to, right? Yeah, the ocean water was on fire. Uh, you know, and that's another interesting thing that you're bringing up there because how did that occur? How do you, you know, I've been around the ocean pretty much my whole life, and many of you probably have. Um, there was just things that didn't add up, and then I watched some of the interviews, and I have to say some of the interviews were the most fake, false crap that I ever seen. And the people that are doing it, the man that wrote a book 2 days after the incident, they ought to be ashamed of themselves. But see, it's the fear tactic. It's the let me get everybody in spot for the fear mongering, and I'm so tired of the fear mongering. There's a difference between being a prepper and being a total conspiracy nut. They can never read and see between the lines. And the lines are this, folks. We are under attack. Good morning, copycat. We are under attack in every avenue that you can imagine. And we got to think about this, like honestly. You know, when when you see the things that are happening around us, when you see all of this, how can we not get the big picture? And the big picture is for some reason they want to get rid of all the working bees. They want to get rid of all of the working bees. And, when that happens, what will occur? Why are they doing this to people? Is AI going to take over? Is robots going to take over? Is that going to be the end game situation? I don't know. And I don't know how they think that a robot can be like a man or woman doing the job, right? I really don't see that. But maybe they have something bigger in mind. And I think the biggest thing is control over the population in every aspect of our lives. And when I say every aspect, I mean that. I mean that. It is biblical. And, the thing is they want to give us that mark. And this is in my personal opinion, YouTube world, YouTube AI. This is in my personal opinion this morning. They want to control us in every aspect. At first I could not figure out what the real situation was going to be. Like, do they want us in the cities? Do they want us in the country? Where do they want us? And they want us in the cities. Because see, if you put people on top of people on top of people, they did experiments all the way back. Good morning, Elaine. Good morning, honey. They did experiments all the way back in the 50s and 60s. And when this country got inundated with crack cocaine, it wasn't crack cocaine out in the regular communities. It was crack cocaine in our ghettos and our projects that the establishment had built. And when you take people and you put people on top of people on top of people, what happens? It becomes a very stressful situation where people get so stressed, right, that they start fighting, they start bickering, they start killing each other, and that's the truth. And they do the same thing in the prison system. Put them, pack them, and what happens is everybody gets angry and then consolidate them down into smaller and smaller sectors. I did that special on the smart cities, and that is really the end game. The end game is to get all the people that are enjoying nature, that are enjoying the American way of life, that are enjoying maintaining their own, right? Going out and working. That is the end game, is to get us all out of the country and into the city. Why? For control. Total control. And we have to look at it and think about it. Yeah, yeah, you're right, Tanya. And it's getting worse and worse. And it's going to get worse, folks, because they don't want us to have freedom. They don't want us to have freedom of movement. They do not want that to occur. And because we here in the United States are so used to it, right? We're so used to, if I want to go see a lane or if I want to drive to Copycats, I can do that because I have the freedom of movement. I have the freedom of speech. I have the freedom of religion. And they're taking it away piece by piece by piece. Hello, West Texas. I said this almost 2 years ago that it was going to pick at us and pick at us and pick at us because the American way has to be broken down before they can really implode us to the extreme. And they're doing a great job right now. We see so much division between the Republicans, the Democrats. I don't care what political party you are. This is not about political parties. This is about humanity because it's not just happening in the United States, it's happening all around the world. And I think the more that we really think about this, folks, is Agenda 2030 is in full tilt. We would, Elaine. We would. We'd be laughing all night. Oh, Lordy. Uh, I just can't with you, Elaine. I just can't. When I first met you, Elaine, and you used to pop in the chat and say, I just can't with you, OTWP. I never got it until I seen your smiling face and you came up on my chat, Elaine. Good morning, Skippington. You came up on the chat and you said that to me, and I was like, wow. But when we look at the situation around the United States, they have to break us down in every aspect. And if you think about the fear mongering tactics that have been in place since 2019, who in their right mind ever thought that they would be able to shut down our churches, our schools, tell people to stay at home, tell people to walk 6 feet apart. It sounds kind of communistic to me. It does. Elaine, stop it. Maybe I need to go puff some pine needles. But as they break down our way of life, and if you put everything together, I think that's something that we all need to think about. If you start putting the pieces of the puzzle together, when they started culling chickens around the United States, so we go back to 2019 and we bring it forward with all these different things, right? I love you too, Elaine. I love you all, I do. But when you start putting it together piece by piece, it's all been about control. It all has been about control. When they had people around the world putting on a face diaper, and if most people look back at history and know anything about the face diaper, what you're inhaling is not good. I worked in a pharmaceutical plant, and I'll tell you what, you wear that face diaper for 1 to 4 hours, and when you take your break, right, that face diaper goes in the trash. People were not refreshing their face diapers. I was so concerned. And now there's one of our channel subs, and I can't remember who it is, and I don't want to put her on Front Street because I don't name names. But she talked to me about it and showed me pictures. And that face diaper caused her a red rash everywhere around her face to the point to the point that it ended up scabbing. It was terrible, and I'm sure it was very painful. And you're right, Maria Slav. Arresting churches for crimes. And see, so many things keep coming and coming and coming. And the thing, you're at a red light. Okay, wave, hurry, West Texas. Hey, hey, be careful out there. Get your head out your phone. What if somebody knocks on your door and they try to grab you and snatch you, West Texas, Danielle? And it's crazy because, see, that's the programming. And until we can break loose of the programming, folks, and the programming goes way back. Remember as a little kid how carefree and you are always daydreaming and had big dreams. And as you grow older and older and older, right? Those dreams start to slide away to the side and you start to lose focus of those dreams. That's because we've been programmed. We've been programmed here in the United States to work 9 to 5. Work 9 to 5, work 9 to 5. As long as you work 9 to 5, you're gonna have the American dream. But in return for the American dream, we gave up family. We gave up friendships. We gave up all those things that bring joy, love, and laughter to our lives. And this is our Friday live stream. Some news, some just talking. But when you really think about back in the 60s compared to now, how the family unit has broke down, it is a sad day in America. I remember so many good times as a kid. Family was so important. The core of the family, grandma, grandpa, aunts and uncles, cousins, everybody at holidays and Christmases, or whatever event, or picnics, or going fishing. What happened to that? How many of you in the last year have gotten with a large, large group of your family? Hit a one if you have. And if you have, I congratulate you because it's one of those things. Yeah, the programming, and that's what it takes, Caitlin, is to break the program. That's why, we see so much and we understand a little more than the average. And people can call us tinfoil wearing hat conspiracy nuts. But when it really breaks down to it, is that we realized that the programming was so wrong. So wrong. And the sad thing is now our children are being programmed. And the programming is all about this on the phone. That's all they do. If you watch little kids, my stepbrother's son, he has been on the tablet for so long since he was so little. Jerk. His eyes jerk up and down. He's a little guy. And I can't imagine when you take that away. Me and Dragonflies were just having this conversation about people not kids not even being able to read, not even being able to pick up a book and read, right? And that's a sad thing. That's a really sad thing. When you get people that cannot read, that cannot write, that cannot write in cursive. I don't even know if they teach cursive in school anymore. But those things are important. That's I'm sorry, Roland Honest. Yeah, breaking out of the matrix. And that's so important. Like we can't sit here and believe, right, that the things that everything that we've seen is the truth. We just can't. Cannot. That's wonderful, copycat. That's good. See, and getting back to basics, getting out in the outdoors, enjoying life is so important. Yeah, there's no cursive. So can a kid, what do they do when they write a check? Oh, there won't be checks in the future. That's right. When the CBDC and the Fed now rolls in worldwide, and they're already testing it so many places, the CBDC, it is going to be like China. Yeah, Barb. And it's sad. The thing is when they roll in when they really roll in the CBDC, and we become like China worldwide. Do you know what kind of control that's going to give them? And it may not be this year or next year. It may be 5 years from now or 10. But honestly, folks, if you look at the poor people in China, and my heart goes out to them, they live under a rule of law that is ruthless. That's ruthless. And have we been sold a bill of goods here in the United States for decades and decades? You bet we have. We've been sold a bill of goods, hook, line, and sinker. Hook, line, and sinker. And the only way, and I agree with you, the only way to resist is to stand shoulder and shoulder, to wake more people up, to talk to more people, but to also be the love, light, and hope, and not to be the division. Because the thing is as they can divide us into more and more sectors, and I know some of you are Democrats, some of you are Republicans. I don't care. I don't even care if somebody's gay, straight, or bisexual. That's the truth. I think there's good people everywhere. But the radical ideology that they're pushing in the schools is really sad. A man is a man and a woman's a woman, and if you're gay, then you're gay. But for you as a man to go into the women's restroom, if I see you go in there, it's probably going to be on and cracking because there's a place and there's a line that we have to draw of what's right and what's wrong. Having drag queens going into our elementary schools. Why? A drag queen actually came out, and I listened to his video, and I was like, whoa. He actually said, I am gay male entertainment. Are you parents sick? Those were his words, not mine. And so when you have this kind of stuff happening, and then this trans, like actually hiding stuff from the parents, reporting your parents. Think about this. We have some brutal, brutal things going on in this world. We have some ugly things. Human trafficking in the United States is, this country is the top consumer of human trafficking. Let that sink in. All these women and all these children, little boys and little girls, being brought into the United States for what? Some terrible, terrible things. I know this is pretty serious this morning. I have so many things that I think about, and sometimes on Fridays I like to wrap up my thoughts and let it out with y'all. Y'all are probably like, oh dang. Oh, copycat. Did you give him a nutcracker? You should have gave him a nutcracker. All women need to carry a nutcracker with them, and that's unacceptable. It's unacceptable. There is a point that we have to stand up for what's right and what's wrong. That is wrong. Yeah, yeah, you're right, Elaine. It is, and it's unbelievable the things that we're seeing. But on on a good note, old Hunter his tax thing is dismissed. If that was me or you, would it be dismissed? See, it is definitely a rich man's world. It's a rich man's world. We're not in their club. We never will be in their club. And people need to realize that. There's one set of rules in the United States for the rich and the wealthy, and actually around the world. And then for us peasants, there's another set of rules. And we know that for sure. God definitely wins. God wins, and we know that. And that being said, it's Friday. I do have to work today. I haven't worked all week because of the internet, but it looks like the internet is strong. I've had a green light the whole time, and it doesn't look like we've buffed out at all. But, I like to bring us around center. And I think the most important thing that we can do is it doesn't matter what conspiracies we believe in, it doesn't matter what news we believe in, it doesn't matter, none of that matters. What matters is to have the solid rock under your feet. And that solid rock is the Word of God. And some people don't like that when I say it on the channel, but it's fact. It's fact. If you are so wrapped up in the chaos and the nonsense that you can't realize that there is something way more powerful than any king or queen or anything, then I hope that you can come centered. Because centering is so important. Having faith, light, love, and hope in something other than man is, I can't say how important it is. I sit out here in the forest often, and I wouldn't trade it for nothing. But now with the fires everywhere, me and Dragonflies have made a serious fire program because we may have to get out of Dodge, and we may only have a few minutes because we are surrounded by forest. It's going to take us a good 10 to 15 minutes to get to a safe zone, and that's a long time, and a lot can happen in 10 minutes. I'll tell you that. I will tell you that, folks. I hope that each and every one of you stays to come centered with us. But if you don't have to be. It's not about gospel. It's about spirituality. It's about love, light, and hope for humanity. And I hope that you all enjoy this. God bless you from here in the Ozarks. I'll be back on after this video that I made just for you. Maybe. Maybe it'll come up. Maybe it's not coming up. Where is it? Who said what? Why did we do that? Uh, I have a lot to learn still to work my way around this program because there's a lot of stuff here. Hold on a minute. I think I have too many things open. There we go. I don't believe this one has music. Do you have music or no? No music. Yeah, I love that song. I love that song. Nope, I don't have music on this one. Are y'all getting any sound or what? I think we have a sound issue. Hold on. Let's go back to old reliable here. Hold on a minute. Are y'all getting sound or no? Do we got a sound? Is there sound? Is there sound? Is there sound? Am I singing again this morning? Oh, Lord help me. Okay, did we have sound or no? We got hearts flying. We got, well, okay. That's good. I don't think there was any sound. No sound. But did you hear me? Alrighty. Okay, let's see if we got sound here. I'm going to bring up some of our most favorite music here. Hold on a minute. Let's try this. Tell me if you got sound. Give me a sound check.
Said I wanna leave to see the mountains. I said I really wanna hit the road. But no matter what I said, it's all just in my head. In reality, I've yet to go. 'Cause I think I'll do it later. Better now to wait. But you go ahead and throw a different plan my way. Why not today? Why not today? You got your life to waste. Don't wait around for circumstance to go your way. Why not today? Why not today? Just go now, it's okay. Escape now from your cage. You've got your life to waste. Why not today? Why not today? Help me pitch a tent while I'm whistling this tune. And we'll eat homemade pasta in any city we want to. Pack a bag and say, come on, let's go. 'Cause we could do this later, and sure it's worth the wait. But I think we have a better plan in place. Why not today? Why not today? You got your life to waste. Don't wait around for circumstance to go your way. Why not today? Why not today? Just go now, it's okay. Escape now from your cage. You've got your life to waste. Why not today? Why not today?
All right, now I need to get used to doing this, and y'all know that we have our favorites. We have our very favorites on this channel. So let's listen to some OTWP Mag music, and I hope y'all enjoy this. Um, it's covering my face. That's really rude. That's very, very rude. Oh. So let's listen to some Mag music. These are some of our favorite songs, or maybe they're my favorite songs, and I just force y'all to listen to them. I don't know. But welcome to the chat, all you new folks. Tiny Cap, Fisherman 12, Tamara from L&L, Homestead. You're not new, but you're old steady. Copycat, Skippington, all of you wonderful people, welcome. And I think that many times, oh, this has got to go out to Elaine. Oh, if Elaine's still here, I'll play it. No, yeah, actually, I'm going to play it. I'm going to play a couple songs, and that way y'all can chat. I love y'all, and I hope that this starts out your Friday morning right. Mama, 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 Freddie, mama, Freddie. Oh, did I just sing that? Like, I am in the singing mood lately. What's wrong with me? I don't know what's wrong with me. I like to sing. I like to be happy, and I hope that y'all like to be happy. So let's listen to some mag music, and y'all just enjoy the chat and hanging out together because we don't know the days are numbered, and let's enjoy the time that we have together. I think that we need to have another trivia night. I think there's an A-hole club meeting coming up in September. We got some things happening, and I've been promising the nuclear special. It is coming up. I've found the nuclear special I did on Off the Wall Prepper, and so I'm going to bring that back and add to it because I think it's very important for us to be on point about that as well. So go ahead and enjoy some music. Love y'all, and I'll see you in a few minutes. Not sure why we're not getting music. What is going on, man? I'm having a hard time with the music this morning, and you know that I love my music. I'm not sure why it's happening. But well. Oh, J.R. Sicklots up in the house. Why is that happening? What did you all do? Let's try this. Let's try this one.
Said I wanna leave to see the mountains.
Thumbs up, thumbs down. Do we have music?
I said I really wanna hit the road. But no matter what I said, it's all just in my head. In reality I've yet to go, 'cause I think I'll do it later. Better now to wait. But you go ahead and throw a different plan my way. Why not today? Why not today? You got your life to waste. Don't wait around for circumstance to go your way. Why not today? Why not today? Just go now, it's okay. Escape now from your cage. You've got your life to waste. Why not today? Why not today? Pitch a tent while I'm whistling this tune, and we'll eat homemade pasta in any city we want to. Pack a bag and say, come on, let's go. 'Cause we could do this later, and sure it's worth the wait. But I think we have a better plan in place. Why not today? Why not today? You got your life to waste. Don't wait around for circumstance to go your way. Why not today? Why not today? Just go now, it's okay. Escape now from your cage. You've got your life to waste. Why not today? Why not today?
It's really super nice to see some of you that I haven't seen for a while. Lisa, nice to see you. I'm glad that you're here. It's been a while. I know you were having some issues and some problems, but I always am so happy to see all of you. I really y'all make my mornings, my days. How's it going, Nunya Nunya? Um, I don't know what we're gonna do this weekend. If we're gonna have a live stream or not. I need to do some more. Yeah, fishing. I love to go fishing. That's like fishing is just good for the soul. It's good for the soul. My favorite kind of fishing is catfishing, and at well and crappie because when you go crappie fishing, none yet. You been crappie fishing this year? Because when you go crappie fishing, man, and you get on a crappie hole and you just start pulling them out, pulling them out. I mean, you catch crappie left and right, crazy, crazy, right? Um, welcome to everybody that's new to the channel, and you folks that have been here forever. I'm glad you're still here. Uh, but I'm trying to figure out why the music situation because you know that I have some favorites for the mag and for some reason y'all couldn't hear it. So I got to mess with this audio mixer some more to get the bumps out of it, kind of know where I'm at on it. Yeah. Oh, your lake's full of them. Yeah, I love some crappie and they're good eating. One when we were in Kentucky, now yeah, I'll tell you, we were in Kentucky when we were traveling on the RV and so we stopped at this place and we were having a blast. I think it was near Greenville, Kentucky. I think it was by the lakes right there. There's a whole bunch of lakes, but it was so interesting. I told Dragonfly she had to fish for her meal. Well, she couldn't catch nothing. Well, my fishing pole, the line got stuck up in the tree. Right I didn't notice. Cast out a few times, caught me a couple catfish, no problem. Well, then the line catches up in the tree. So I cut it, re-rigged my pole. What's up, James? What's going on there? So I re-rigged my pole, put it back out in the water, and the next thing I know, I got a bite, and it was a catfish. So I'm reeling it in. Well, somehow, some way, it was so funny. That line that was stuck caught another fish. So Dragonflies is sitting there looking at me, and I pulled in two fish off that line that was busted and my fishing pole. It was great. And I told her she wasn't going to get to eat because she couldn't catch nothing. But that was her own fault, right? You know, if you can't catch something, don't eat. It's not my problem. You know, you gotta if you're gonna if you're gonna do it, then you gotta catch them, right? Um, yeah, and well, and me and my cousin, we went fishing for bullheads, and I always threw them back. You know, it's kind of like carp. A lot of people don't eat carp. And now, growing up in Nebraska, we ate a lot of carp. I mean, I'll be truthful. We ate a lot of carp, but I was like the bullheads, and then I started. Hey, what's up, Danny? Oh my gosh, Lisa, crappie are so good. That's not like something that Alabama area has, Lisa. I think the cool thing down in Alabama is when you all take a chicken leg and you tie it to a rope and you take you a six pack of beer. You got to have the six pack of beer, right, in Alabama. And you throw that chicken leg out there in the Gulf and then you slowly bring it in. And when you bring it in, you got all those crabs all over it. Oh, man. That was fun. Mama Lean saying yuck to the carp. Well, you don't want to eat the bot. Like, there's two different kinds of carp, and some of them are nasty. Other ones are pretty tasty. So it really just depends. Um, maybe I should go ahead and do all of you have like 15, 20 minutes that you'd like to stay and watch the old nuclear that got taken down? I found it. So you can watch that. That way when we go into the new one, if you missed it, you have some basis of some things so that you're not just like totally, totally lost. Um, I will go ahead and play it. If you know, if y'all wanna do that. I got, I don't have a lot of time. Maybe I should wait. No, I'm gonna wait. I changed my mind. I don't have that much time. What I am gonna try to do is try to get this music program to work. Okay, I don't want to see that. That's the chat. I don't want to see the chat. Well, I do want to see the chat, but I don't want to see the chat. I'm trying to get this to work right here. So let me see. Okay, now popped it out. And there's our OTWP mag music. And just tell me when you all got sound, when you got music. Give me a one, a thumbs up, or something. Do we got music? Do you got sound? Anybody? A sound check. Sound check. Sound check. Music. No sound. No sound. No music. Hmm. Let me try this one. No music. Okay, let's try this again. No sound. Just my voice. Hmm. I'm not sure. I am not sure what's going on there. You got sound, but no music. Hmm. I am not. Voice, music, no. Camera. Okay, hold on. There's one other one. Oh, this is probably it. Anything. No music. Lisa, stop it. It said I got a new soundboard, and I don't know what the deal is. Because then I had too much music and too much of this and that, and now I have no music. So I'm not sure. And I'm seeing, like on the back, it's showing everything. It's crazy. Well, I'm not sure, folks. I'm not sure why the music will not play, but it is what it is, right? I hope that each and every one of you has a great day. Hey, stepping in it. Hello, 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 hello. I'm not sure why that's happening. I have to do some work on my end and figure out. You know, I got a few things that I gotta figure out what the deal is. But it just, there's a lot to learn on this program with the soundboard and all these different things that I have that I never had before, right? So that's something I just got to get. I'll figure it out. Bow. I can play like different videos and stuff, and I played it the other day. I'm not quite sure what happened to it or what's going on, but I'm really enjoying this new so that I can see the chat. I would like to get the black background off, so that's another thing I got to work on. But it is what it is. I hope that everybody has a wonderful, wonderful day. Yeah, fisherman. I don't know. Well, this is a different program than what we were using last night. I have three different programs that I use, and so this is a different one. And it's one of those things that uh, I have. This program is really new to me, but I really, really like it, and it's just going to take time. That's all. It's going to take time to figure it all out, and which is perfectly fine. You live, you learn, and you keep learning more and more, and that's always a good thing, right? It's always a good thing to keep learning. I hope everybody has a great, great day, and I will see you possibly this weekend I'm not quite sure where we're at. We got some serious projects going on right now. Hopefully, Sunday evening, there will be a couple news broadcasts coming out, some short ones. And she's a wildfire. No, it's wildflower. Yeah. Stepping in and don't start coming in the chat acting up. First thing you, what do? You come in the chat and you start acting up. But I hope that everybody has a great day and a wonderful weekend. May God bless and hold you dear, my friends. Until I see you again from our little piece of heaven here in the Ozarks to wherever you're at in this big happy world. Do the dang thing. Make today matter. And hold your loved ones a little closer and hug your wife or husband a little harder, even when they irritate the crap out of you. This is O to the T to the W to the P. God bless y'all. Until next time. See you soon.